Hi guys, Rachel with Spunky Misfit Girl here, and welcome back to the giveaway tab bound journal video series. So this is the giveaway for, I hit 1,000 subscribers at the end of December. So you'll need to watch the whole playlist, like every video, comment on every video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and sign up for my email list. And you'll be entered for a chance to win this journal that I'm working on. And I'm going to do another page today. And I have a really fun plan for this. This is actually inspired by a journal that I have from another junk journaler named Hilda, whose style I love. And she does pages like this, and I absolutely love how it looks. So this is an envelope from, I believe, a 5x7 card. So all I did was it had glue on the flap. So just pulled the sticker off and glued the flap down and then cut the top off. So that's my pocket, and that's going to go on the page like this. And it's going to get a nice big card with a tab at the top, which we'll figure out what we want to have on there. And then, but before we do that, there's a flap that goes under it. So all I did, this is very, not tutorially, which is not a word, but you'll know what I mean. I just literally kind of made it to size in terms of what I wanted to work, and I just, gave it a flap. I kind of liked it to be a little shorter on one side so that it kind of fits tightly inside. And I just kind of cut that to how it was gonna work for me in this. So no measurements or anything, but if you want to do something like this, just make sure to give it a nice tab that's gonna glue in underneath. And then you can size it based on what you like for your project, right? So I think that the first thing I'm gonna do here actually is glue this to the envelope and glue this whole thing inside here so that I can then decorate with where it is in place and kind of see how that's gonna shake out. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this to each other, and then I'll show you the rest of how this is gonna look too. I actually think I want that kind of up here a little bit, like this. Because what we're gonna also do, that's about right, just double checking that it looks good both ways. We're gonna put some little pockets here too, with some cards that go inside of those. And actually, I think I planned for cards to go on top of those maybe too. I think they fit exactly perfectly. Yeah, like that. So I made these out of a larger size envelope. I think it was this one. And I just cut them down to size to fit in here. It just so happens, wonderfully, magically, that these cards that come with the papers are a perfect fit. So we'll just use 2 of those on there. I think I'll put those on before I put those in. Actually glue them in. Okay, so this guy is set. I'm gonna glue him into the page. I think that'll make it easier. And you could, if you want to do a tuck spot behind too, but since I've got a pocket in the envelope, I'm gonna forego that and just glue this down. And maybe we'll make the card that goes inside. Since this journal is low on writing space, maybe we'll make that a writing space heavy card. So I'm just gonna put that down like that. Yay! Okay, very good. So let's do these guys too. Put all my little pieces that I planned for. Who do we want, actually? So 2 go inside and 2 go on top. Let's look at the backs too. That one doesn't have a lot of writing room, and I kind of like it, so maybe that one goes on front. We've really got the stag everywhere, so I kind of want to put him inside because he's getting plenty of play, although so is this door knocker. Did I don't think I inked these envelopes. I want to do that too. I tried to prep as much stuff that wouldn't be exciting on video as I could. Kind of like this leaf. What else? Otherwise we've got the weird elf girl. I think we'll put those 2 on top and these 2 inside. And let's give these guys a little bit of ink. This is Walnut Stain that I'm using, Tim Holtz Distress Oxide. To give these that, just gives that nice edge. A little more contrast. Okay, and then let's make sure we've got these right side up. I'm not gonna be doing any gluing upside down of things today. This journal is too special for that. Although there are easy ways to fix those things. Even if I did it, we would figure it out. Okay, these are gonna be so super cute. Okay, my little envelope pockets, and then those are gonna go in here like this. I think we want the door knocker on top. Yeah. Oh, I love that. And also those are gonna just get glued right in because they're pockets themselves, so we don't need tuck spots in the back. Even though when you're a crazy obsessive junk journaler, you feel like you want to put pockets everywhere. Let's just put that on and make sure we're in about the right place. Scooch up a little bit. I'm scooching over a little bit, but I'm gonna get glue. I'm gonna have glue spots if I do that too much, so. That's where it goes. And then this guy goes underneath. And we're gonna have little tags that go inside. Well, not tags, cards, I guess. And so pretty. So Leaf can get this guy. And those should, ooh, they don't fit. It's a tight squeeze. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna wait, let that glue grab for a bit because it is a very tight squeeze the way I did that. Okay, so and then we've got this little guy here who is going to get a little tuck spot right in here. This door knocker on it, and that'll get something to go behind it, which I think I had a plan for, but I don't know what it was. Have to look at what I have here. I've been planning these out and then just paper clipping them in until I can get a chance to film, and then sometimes a little bit of time goes by and I've forgotten all my plans. Someday I'll have a studio. There we go. That's super cute. And then I've got a pocket planned for the outside. Oh, I think this little tag was my plan for going inside of there. And then I was just going to decorate these. No pockets. I've got this tag here. Oh, I messed it up. This is the thing. So this was my plan. I did actually plan because I glued 2 pieces of paper together. And the reason I was doing that is because I was going to make a pocket for here in between these 2 pieces of paper, right? And up here. But I forgot about it and I glued them together before I started filming. So no pocket there. That's okay. That's what this tag, I have this tag hanging out in here for. And then that's why I was just going to decorate the tops. So let's put this guy, but then I've also got this spot, so maybe that's not true because this guy would make a really perfect piece for that spot. So let's glue in this pocket on the outside. Maybe I actually didn't plan that. That's the problem. This is the problem with planning and then taking so long to film. So that is sized perfectly for that outer pocket. And that is super nice. And then so we're gonna put this guy in here. I just took the tag from the paper pack and glued it to some cardstock. And I did want to give that an eyelet. I'm gonna guess. It's always really hard to tell. I do a bad job when I guess inside of the crocodile. I'm always too far over. And even looking at my X, the X feels like it's in the wrong spot, but it's actually pretty centered. Okay, so let's give it a little eyelet and some twine to match these guys on the other page. And we're gonna add it to this pocket. Whiny crocodile does not like to come apart anymore. Also doesn't do the best job smushing these. Let's try the big bite too. I don't know if that's the right setting. No, that's the big setting. Okay, push. That gives it a little more anyway. And then these are very short, but I think it's easier to put this in first and cut it off rather than trying to get it really short right out of the gate. Okay, matching those guys, these cute little, and then he goes in there. Yay! Okay, so now the trickier parts are happening. Now we have to think about decorations. Okay, so we've got this little guy. Where'd my little guy go? We can stuff him in there too. I actually did not attach him to any card yet, which I do want to do. So let's go ahead and do that. And let him rest for a bit on there before we tackle the rest of that. Okay, and we know we need, oh boy. So so this is gonna be the outside, right? When you first open things up. So maybe she goes on there. And I do kind of like that. And maybe I should consider making another kind of pocket on the inside since I didn't. But I don't know. I don't know if we need it really. There's a lot of pockets here as it is. Okay, so I wanted something. Let's take a piece of this. Something like that. And maybe a word or set of words. And I don't know where I've put I think this is my bag of Magic Forest bits and bobs. Maybe something like that. Or a littler word. There's some little ones here. Magic spell and things like that. That could work. Adventure. Let's pull that out too. Or something like this. Little bits to add in here. All right, I'm actually going to pull out a couple of these other little tags too, because I think I might want to put a second one in that front pocket. It feels a little bit small. Look at her too. Maybe I should try going a little smaller on this. Give me more collage flexibility. I don't know. Now I'm changing my mind. Okay. I like the big one. I like the big one. Plus it's simpler. Okay. This guy could maybe get a background, maybe a cardstock background would help that pop, or maybe some foam tape. Because if I put anything I put on top of her, like she's just too busy. It needs a background. But I don't know. I'm torn about that too. Something like that could be pretty, but I think it's a little bit off theme. Doesn't quite work for me. Maybe this one is a little more. She needs something. I think I like this one the best. I think that'll work. Let's do it. Stuff does not like to be glued. Okay, let's put her right on right away, so that'll take two. She goes there. I was trying to keep the glue underneath her so I wouldn't have a glue mess, but I didn't manage it. So that's unfortunate because that's going to show, but okay. It's the way it is. Magic spell or this little guy or something like this. Maybe we could, I think that's too much with her. Definitely not here, right? I think it's too much regardless. I kind of like this one. I really do. I think that's my go-to. So I'm going to put it on some cardstock to give it a background. I'm running out of glue in this bottle. I should have filled it up before I started. I remember seeing somebody, oh, I didn't ink this either. I remember seeing somebody complaining about YouTube tutorials where people really shook their glue bottles a lot. Kind of funny. She was impatient. So I need to give this so that there's enough room so that I can cut around it and it'll have a little border and be offset from that busy background on the lady. Okay, so let's set that aside for a sec too and think about this. I did not plan out this piece at all. So I don't want to be too fussy about it. I don't think I want it to be mostly plain. You know what else I didn't bring is my cutter. Apologies. I'm going to run across the room to get it and I'm not going to edit it out. You can just fast forward me a little. Can't live without the guillotine. All right, so I'm going to put this for sure on one side. And then I don't know, because I kind of wanted them both to be fairly, having a lot of writing room. So I'm debating whether to just leave the backside crafty or maybe I could put some coffee dyed paper on it. And I'm just going to use tape on this guy. Because that is the easiest with something like this, and then the edges won't be gluey. I haven't made an envelope journal in a long time. I was really making tons and tons of those for a long time. They were my signature product, but I've been really focused on digitals lately, and that's my goal for 2024, is to really develop a lot more printables. So I haven't been doing as much physical journal stuff lately. There we go. That's nice. And then this could maybe get just like a tiny little thing in a corner. Like maybe this with a little tufty. And then it's still a little tufty. What's a tufty, Rachel? You guys know what a tufty is, don't you? You're not going to be surprised by this. Then it's still mainly a journaling spot, but it's got some cute design that won't take up too much space. And then maybe on the back we'll just put some kind of blank paper. I'll find something. This doesn't want to come apart for me today. Let me start at the front, the top, the end, whatever you call that. Give me some tufty. I don't want that all knotted bit though. Boy, that didn't really work out that well for me. I don't think I had quite enough twine in there, quite enough of the threads. But actually, I think that'll be fine. It's very small, but I'm okay with that. Yeah? Because we'll just do like this. Magic spell in the forest. I really feel like I've gone back to my childhood doing all this stuff. I didn't cut this piece out all that well. Should have paid it a little more attention before I glued that, but okay. It's done. I love this journal. This is, you know, I mean, you could think that I'm just saying it because it's the giveaway journal, but I think this might be my favorite thing I've ever made. It's really coming out quite pretty. And also partly because like it's serving the dual function of the videos for the channel for a while. It means that I can just spend time on it and think and plan, and that's making it really come out beautifully, you know? Oh, and I wanted a tab on the top too, so I have to think about how to do that. If I want to put it over the top, I was thinking about doing a big eyelet inside of it and giving it a charm maybe, but I don't know if that will fit in the pocket. So I've got this tab here. Put these guys on here, and this is just a background. This is in my shop, my Etsy shop, in the Gothic backgrounds kit. These are my Greek papers. There's a set of those in there if you're looking for something like that. So the question is, yeah, because I could put it on now and cover it up in this back one, but I've already put this one on, so it's going to go over the top of that no matter what, which is actually fine because I like that look. So let's do this one the same way. Put this one on first. And then we'll put our tab on. And then we'll finish up our decorations for our other pieces and put in the two little cards. It's been so fun interacting with everybody in the comments. Seeing you all enjoying the process, it's making me feel a lot less lonely, like I have some friends to craft with. Okay, that's cute. Ugh. I'm so excited to give someone this journal too. It's gonna be so fun to ship it off to someone who's seen the whole process of it being made. Okay, so that guy's gonna go on the top there. Just like that. And just like that. Ooh, that was a big blob. Big old blob. It's a wintry Sunday, and I have been really kind of in hibernation mode lately. I just want to stay in. It's a little weird for me because I've only been living in Texas for a few years. And even though the temperature generally doesn't get super cold all that often, it's really cold inside because nothing is made for cold weather. Whereas I'm used to like winters in New York and Minnesota, and the heat's just blasting all winter long. But it's so expensive, and I'm paying for it here because it's electric. I don't set it very high, and it's just very cold. A lot. Now, where did I put my scissors? Okay, so I'm gonna leave that for a minute to dry before we put an eyelet in there, and go back to this guy and cutting him out, finishing him up, and we'll finish up that other piece as well. So this guy is gonna get some more ink. It's got that extra layer added. Will go on the back too. And get an eyelet and a little bit of twine. So mark our hole. And we say, wee, like Julie. I really do feel like a little kid doing all of this stuff. It really takes me back to just feeling like you're playing, you know? It's a great thing. This guy doesn't want to get big. Actually, let's use the big bite from the start this time because I'm missing a leg. I'm missing the back leg. I know it's around here somewhere, but I should find it. There we go. And some twine. A bit scattered today because of I've really just been having a strong desire to just stay snuggled up under the covers and not do anything. But read, you know? Read books. That's what I like to do in winter. Stay in my jammies, read books, drink tea. I miss having a kitty to hang out with me for that. All right, he goes tucked back in there. That's a cutie. We love it. Now, question is here, what do I want to do? Do I want to, so I had this guy pulled out, which I actually think originally my thought was to put her on the inside and this on the outside, but I didn't do that. So question is, do I want to do a pocket? Because I didn't plan anything for a pocket here either. I'd have to find or make something to go in it too. And I don't really want to do that. So I think we'll just leave this as a little collage-y guy too. And so the question is, do I want an edge around him too? I don't know, maybe some green would be the thing here against this very pale background. Let's see, I'm looking in the Magic Forest papers to see, or maybe we've got this guy is an offset kind of with all these accents. That might be nice. Or we've got this guy, I kind of like that. Brings in a different texture. I've got these nice embossed papers too that could, okay, I think I like this one, and that could actually be a pocket. Great, I'm just gonna glue this guy down on it and then we'll cut it out and see what happens. Try not to fuss. I definitely forgot my plans and then changed them midstream, and I'm not very good at doing that. I get tied to my plans. I need to relax a little. Okay, so let's cut this guy out for our little lady collage with just a little bit of this craft brown background to give him an offset against the lady. Yeah. Okay. Not enough. It's not enough. Okay, so here's an idea. This one underneath, is that gonna be too much with the other texture? Yeah, too much. What about something else plain? We don't want green, we don't want this. Maybe this could happen. Maybe that green could happen. I don't know, I kind of like this. It's hard to tell when it's not the right shape, but I'm gonna do it. Back and forth between things to let them dry. And maybe I'm gonna maybe try to cut that a little bit bigger than I did the craft one. All right, glue. Glue everywhere. Where'd my card go? Seriously? How many places? Craft desk. There we go. Buried under papers. That's what I get for digging through papers. Okay, so let's just trim this off a little bit so we're tight there. And then we want our big guy. Change that around to the other side. This one tends to work a little better for the big ones. I think the handheld, oh man, but it's always such a chore to get it in there. I don't like doing these on video because of that. Actually, I better mark it too, or I'm gonna have it somewhere very weird. I want it like right here. Okay. Right on that. Let go. And the big guys. And actually, should we try the big guy with a grommet. And now we just have to spend 5 years trying to get this in here. I would love to hear in the comments on this one what you guys are working on. What are your plans? What kind of resolutions did you make for 2024? Do you have craft projects you're working on? Do you have something you're trying to build and grow? For one thing, I would like to monetize on YouTube this year. That's one of my kind of casual goals. I'm also, like I said, focusing on the digitals. This does not want to go in here. I almost feel like the hole is not actually big enough for these, but holy buckets, it's gonna get in there. There. Jeez Louise. Okay. That's in. And I like that look when it's a tab. And actually, I think a grommet's gonna be too hard. Well, what if we put it here? Will it stay like just enough so that I can get it on there? If I use the big bite, it'll go, but I have a better time with this one. Okay, it's hanging out on there at least. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Woo, look at that. That's nice. Okay, and I kind of want some ribbon, something different. I like this one. I pulled it out of my stash because I think I used it somewhere else. And liked it with this, the papers and the kind of the theme. These two browns and the stripes on here are nice. Let us cut this a little too. There. I like that. Okay, and I was thinking about a charm. Bulb pin and some kind of charm. What do you think? I don't know what I have that goes with this kit. Maybe the stars, lightning, little bird cage. Sun. I like that. I think that might be the one. Sun goes well with magic spell, right? And then we're gonna, I don't know, how do I want to do this? Do I want to do it? I think I'm going to do it around the ribbon because I think it'll lay a little bit better if I do that than if I go into the hole in the eyelet, everything. Okay. And then that guy goes in here, and actually that is going to be perfect. Awesome. Okay, what's next, guys? what's left for us here. Let's see if we can get these two little cards into their respective pockets, and hopefully I don't have to cut them more. I was going to put her behind the door knocker. These pockets are a bit tight. I glued too far. My line of glue was too long, so I guess it's good to kind of pop these open a little more, and I might have to trim these cards down just a little bit to make them fit. That one especially is feeling that glue, that line of glue. Oh, I got it. I got it. I'm gonna leave her tucked just outside so that she can still be removed. Yeah. Okay. Cracking along. Very happy. Look at that. Okay. So this guy, let's cut out. I'm going to cut it straight first to see what it looks like. And then we'll go from there. If it turns out it might be better to cut it to shape, then I'll do that. And then this guy, I'm going to cut a little bigger than the last time. Give that a nice outer rim and some layering. Hopefully that makes it stand out enough from the girl. Okay. So let's leave this for a minute and see what this looks like. It's just not dark enough. I wish it was a little bit darker. I kind of like that. It's simple, but pretty. And it could be a tuck spot too. This I don't like. This is too bare. That was my sole plan for that, but I need to put something on it, I think. Too short. Maybe just, yeah. I think I'm gonna do that and make that just like a little belly band so that it's versatile. But also it just gives it more interest on that page, or flip, whatever you want to call it. I glue that in right there, just like that. That is bugging me. Okay, yeah, and then we can maybe use a second tag back in there too, I think. Or maybe just a skinny card of some kind that goes in there. I think I'm going to do this like this. I'm going to ink it all up. And I don't think I'm going to make it a pocket. I think I'm just going to leave it. Just pretty. Something to look at. I only inked part of this, the parts that we're going to show. making sure I'm putting it the right way. Oh, what I inked. All right. That up a little bit. There. Stamperia makes such beautiful papers. They do have to work for me, because I just want to use their beautiful designs and let them shine. Okay. I think that's almost everything for this page, except for finishing up with her and this little guy. Ooh, I'm liking that now. Let's try. I'm gonna use the foam tape on it still anyway, even though I've built it up so much. Yeah, the difficulty with the foam tape is that it's really sticky on the side. Okay, where did my tape scissors go? Grab a little bit of that. And actually, this thing is bigger than I was anticipating, so we'll grab 2 bits of that. That might be too long. Okay. And we're gonna put that here. Yeah, I like it. The foam tape is really what it needed. Awesome. I am loving it, you guys. Tell me what you think. Flip. Got our little tag here. Flips open. I think I'm going to find something off camera just to slide right in there. Our beauty here. Maybe do a second tag there too. And then our card for journaling inside there. You've got backs for journaling inside here. And that's it. That's today's page for the giveaway journal. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and comment on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.